The surfing community can be a very, very powerful voice for nature.
I hadn't heard a whole lot about India, like surf-wise. I've looked at it on a map a bunch, going, there has to be surf all around that thing. Like, I know that swell goes up in there. And
I realized that I wanted to go to India and surf one day.
Well, it's a country surrounded by water with, what, 1.3 billion people or something.
I just remember being out there being like, how does this place exist? And not only that, how are there about 5 people in the lineup?
Most Indians really don't know how to swim.
If you can imagine, that would create a level of fear that would lead to disconnect.
It was very eye-opening, the amount of trash that was on the beach.
And again, it was the surfers that really brought this into awareness.
how come I'm accepting it? Why do I accept this? Like,
Where is this trash coming from? Who's it coming from? Why is it here? And why is no one cleaning it up?
that's why this project was so exciting to be a part of, because we were going to do something about this.
We are now preparing for takeoff.
My name is Fancy Fexer. I am a master's student at Loyola Marymount. One of my favorite philosophers said, there can be no well human on a sick planet.
I'm Bradley Gerlach, and I am a professional surfer. Still, I don't know. Never thought it would last this long. And I am from California. I've been to thousands of beaches around the world. I've surfed thousands of different waves.
My name's Colton Sarlo. I'm from Malibu, California. Finding a good wave is basically like finding buried treasure.
India is a vast land with a huge coastline. It juts out as a subcontinental peninsula, and we know that particularly along the coastal areas, a true fisherman culture grew up.
My name is Mukesh. Everyone calls me Mumu. I'm from Mahabalipuram. They also call us a Mahabalipuram. I'm running a surf school here.
Hi, my name is Velu. I'm from Pondicherry, near Pondicherry, one of part of Indian surfer. While you are on the water, like, wow, we met some new people.
So I grew up in Bombay, which is like a big city. Surfing is now, now or never kind of thing. You're like, let's do it.
I really enjoy surfing more than any other sports. It's also, I live on the beach, so it's the best thing. Here, I surf twice, like 5 hours every day.
I caught my first wave 7 years ago. When I first started surfing, I was almost always the only girl in the lineup.
You don't see any local girls here surfing. All the girls here come from somewhere else.
I think Mahabs is like surf central for, surfing in India.
A place like Mahabs, it has so much potential. It's such a great spot.
Seeing those waves in Mahabs was pretty amazing.
It's just one of the few really good breaks on the East Coast, if not one of the best breaks in mainland India.
I mean, not many people surf in India, which is fishermen, they just surf, they know how to swim.
It's like a natural progression for them, because they're already like watermen, to progress from being in the ocean and like it being a means of livelihood to also being a source of fun and pleasure.
Typical surfer, I'm just looking at the waves. I'm like, oh, look at that wave, look at that right there. I looked at the waves and the waves look really fun. Like really fun, much better than I thought they were gonna be.
It was just a perfect right-hand point break. Barrels off the top, goes into the nice section, and you can just hit the lip for days out there. And just perfect playground for learning too. It's just ideal wave.
But then my eyes like take a wide shot, and I'm like, the way it juts out right there is like where the waves are coming through. That's like an 8th century temple right there next to the break. Like, I'm definitely not in Australia or in California. I'm in India.
There are many archaeological carvings and structures and temples throughout Mahabalipuram. one of which actually sits right above the surf break.
One of the remarkable things when I view people surfing in Mahabalipuram is that I know that they're surfing over ancient temples. At a different time, there were temples extending out into the ocean.
The shore temple that sits above the beach, right above the beach, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is absolutely pristine. There's not a speck of trash in that area. And then you go down just steps down, and then you find this beach covered with trash. Pretty forgotten.
Just the fact that these guys are now surfing, they're paying attention to the beach.
Now it's like a lot of garbage is coming from because of the river, from the city, all the garbage, all the plastic, even the water, toilet shit, and all these things are coming to the beach. While you are surfing, like you can smell it like something different.
When plastic came into India, the nature of trash changed. When trash no longer was organic, what would it do other than build up? And packaging carries just a tremendous load in terms of pollution.
We need to be clean. Beaches should be more clean. If you keep it cleaner, you don't get many problems like fevers and stuff.
We have a beach, but it's so sad because it's so polluted that we can't even go to the beach.
We got an interesting project that's coming here. We got Ocean and Alliance project.
The project is coming to Mahabalipuram to India. I was like, wow.
We got lots of Indian surfers to come here.
We gathered everyone at this restaurant called Masala.
It was all centered around meeting these Indian surfers, which was like, okay, cool. I can't wait to see their faces and see their styles.
And you've been here for a little while, you realise it's a pretty tight little surfing community.
Yeah.
Everyone's very friendly and very open.
You know, how good are they? You know, where are they getting their influences? I figure they were probably watching stuff on YouTube or whatever.
Because everyone was more or less at the same level. There's only so much you can learn from YouTube.
Welcome for the project we call Ocean and Alliance. We got here the biggest, very well-known champion here, Brad Gerlach.
Thank you.
Yeah!
We got Ishita Malavika from Manipal. We got Colton here, our top coach as well. We got Tushar here, Velu, Dharani, Apu Manikantan, and we got Shantosh. We got Nisam and Satish. The main things we do got lots of surfers in India, but there's not one recognized to the pro surfer to the international level. So the biggest project we got it here, try to keep our beach clean. We are working on where the trash going. We all using the ocean, we all using a beach, but none of them taken care of so much. We got plenty of beaches here.
When you have so much fun in the water, you naturally develop such a deeper respect for the ocean, you know. There's just a generation that has become so disconnected with the water, and they associate it with fear and drowning and just negativity.
Like when we first met Velu, he told us about these insane stories of like, he saved like 60 people almost just by surfing, you know. It was like insane. What you see is that India doesn't have a beach culture.
Outside the fishing community, it's treated with a bit of fear. Most people in this country can't swim.
Most of the places we surf at, most of the good waves that we surf at, every time we get there, people tell us, don't go in, you're gonna die, you're gonna drown. There are not so many people taking care of the beach, but like us as surfers, you know, we need to like be the first ones to like take that step as like, you know, the guardians of the ocean. And that's where it starts. It starts with us as the surf community. And then other people will see us doing what we're doing and they'll follow.
And we've been using them, we've never been taken care.
Yeah.
So we need to have bigger education to try to keep clean.
Well, I think it's natural for you guys to be the first ones to do it because you live there and you're there every day. If you are the guardian in a way, and you start with you doing it and then you teach the children not to do it, then basically this place could be the cleanest beach in the world, you know, and something to be very proud of. And also, I think that's a way to send a message. These are like India's first surfers, you know. It's a pretty special vibe and feeling, and they've decided that they want to surf.
That's like, it's really part of this teamwork. I'm so happy to and bring this project here.
Yeah.
And thanks for Mumu, and thanks for all coming here.
I'm not the best surfer in the world. I'll take off on any size wave, but when it comes down to technical surfing, I don't know anything. I'm a hatchet job. So I taught these guys as much as I could, but these guys are better than me now.
My coach growing up was Brad Gerlach. He set the foundations for my surfing as far as technique goes and my mental aspect of surfing.
Wave Key is a mind-body movement system for surfers. Imagine giving them a method in which to connect deeper to themselves, each other, and the ocean.
Here, like a lot of surfers, like they are doing the same things, like, you know, we need like a kind of training.
At least for all the surfers who have been surfing up until now, they never had any kind of formal training.
To get from Brad Gerlach to coach, it's one of my dreams.
It's a lot of skill. Yeah. These guys grew up on the ocean. Most of them are fishermen or sons of fishermen. Yep. And they're used to the ocean, they're used to being in it. They're pretty good at it, you know?
So we're gonna take lesson from him and also to surf with him. And I don't know how to say, like, you know, that much we are so happy with that.
For him to tell us, like, okay, this is what you need to focus on. Just these small things, like, I was able to, like, try to do it in the water and I could feel it making a big difference, you know, so.
Like I went out and I tried out what he was saying and it was like almost instant. I felt a difference in my surfing.
The moment of the wave allows is an immersion in the now. And that feeling of exhilaration and balance replicates a bit of the experience of yoga.
And also maybe it's going to be changing in the new generation of the surfing.
And for them to be able to give us their time and like knowledge, that's like crucial for surfing to go to the next level, you know, in India especially.
You know, we're a really small surf community in India.
Like right now in surfing in India, like surfing has so much soul, you know. And I don't want that soul to ever be lost.
And today was just great. It was just what I needed. It was awesome, you know, because I never had a coach.
So visually stimulating. A smorgasbord of stuff that even though I'd been to all these beaches, I've seen the surf. It was different things on the beach. And just bringing it back to surfing, it's like, the waves are fun. It was like something I kept kind of saying to myself, like, I'm in India. And then I would look over and there'd be these Indian guys on the boat just going, roar, and these like motors that look like a lawnmower. They're just tough and they're just like, roar, like they're powering these boats out through the surf. And this is what they've been doing forever. They've been fishing, you know, it's a fishing community.
And because like here there's a lot of surfers from the fisherman unit, like fisherman community.
It's a bit hard job, man. It's the life of fishing, it's a bit of risk.
It's like kind of like a lower caste, low income group.
But you've got another problem too, is that it's a caste situation as well. As caste responsibilities are diminishing, as in, you know, you're not the unclean people who get to do all the garbage disposal. So fishermen would never pick up rubbish on the beach, ever. It's beneath them.
You know, Mumu especially, he's broke the mold. He's not married. He's supposed to be a fisherman because that's what his dad and his grandpa and on is. And he's decided that he's gonna surf.
The ocean represents a place with no boundaries. It transcends any condition. It actually helps you learn more about yourself.
There is an awareness that's begun.
You don't want to have to be surfing and then run into plastic.
And making good feeling, you know, when the beach is clean and you feel like good, and also when you're going to surfing, the water is clean.
We're hoping that through this project, we're going to have like different trash cans set up, and hopefully the kids will get into like different groups and get motivated, you know, to like clean up the beach.
As long as you're surfing, you are going to be learning about the ocean. You have to pick up garbage. You have to like, you know, you have certain responsibilities once you start surfing.
Yeah, now they like, we bring the small system. If we're cleaning the beach, we will get the surfboard.
The community showed up that morning.
The beach cleanup day was interesting because the whole community came out, the local government. Not sure if they've done anything like this before, but there was a an overall excitement about it. Cool, we're doing something together. Like, I felt a really good vibe when people were walking around picking up the trash on the beach. When it was all clean, there was a real nice sense of accomplishment and pride. And the chairman had said that he wanted to do this like once a month. But the chairman himself was picking up trash. There was 3 generations for sure. You know, there were older people, and there might be 4. There were teenagers, and then there were little kids that were also cleaning it up, which was exciting because it was like, okay, these little kids are like a part of this stuff, you know. And this is what the community does. It takes care of its beach. So, really rewarding. I mean, one of the most rewarding things I've ever done in my life.
Change only takes place when it's adopted widespread on a small scale.
Hand in Hand is an NGO, and they actually collect trash from Mahabalipuram and surrounding villages, and they take it to a biodigester. This biodigester breaks down the trash and creates energy. It creates a resource.
It's like all the leaves and stuff like this, like they're all like into mix it, and they separate the things and sending to the like recycling things.
I would ultimately like to see that things are, all plastic things are made from corn or made from plants. And so, because just trying to get every single person in the world to not throw trash around I don't know, I don't know if that's possible. So why even make the stuff out of stuff that is hard to recycle? That's ultimately what I would like.
From what we found in India, it might take 2 years of work to get one board. Imagine the passion and commitment that someone must have to work that hard to get a board.
It's pretty hard to get a surfboard, man. It's too expensive and it's not available.
I went to work one place and I found the job. So that place I found the board. Yeah, I feel like so good. I have the board.
I mean, I could kind of relate to what they were having hand-me-downs in India, where, I mean, everybody would collectively use the same boards that, you know, their friends would use, and they'd trade off in the water.
We partnered with WaveKey and their Ocean Alliance project, as well as Moo Surf School.
Whoever collects trash from the beach, they can use the boards donated by WaveKey.
So it gives them that opportunity to like get in the water and surf.
You know how when you start surfing, you just don't look cool. You just can't help it.
What was interesting in India is they picked it up a lot faster than some of my other students. What I teach is just the fundamental basics of surfing, where you could progress a lot faster, and I just wanted them to freedom of learning how to alter your surfing at a very rapid level. And
with Mahabs, we need to see more and more kids get into the water, and like that's when they will feel that sense of responsibility and appreciation for their environment and their hometown.
Being on a board in the ocean is very different than swimming in the ocean. The board carries you.
As a community, as you grow, as it gets bigger, but it grows like with that core value in place.
And we were connecting with people from across the world who share the same passion as us.
And that's a gift that the surfers have really given us, that we need to celebrate joy, and we need to really think about all the goodness within the beauty of nature, and it's our job as humans to be good stewards of that beauty.
Do you think that surfing could catch on with some?
It's already on.
Yeah.
These guys are getting good. With a little bit of coaching in the right way, then yeah.
Some guys, like 11, 12, and 15, they're doing really good. You know, in future, I think they're the future surfers.
On land, there might be borders, there might be divisions, but in the ocean, there's no divisions. We're all part of the same community.
All my life, I just started to see the ocean. I think me and the ocean, we're connected together. this next generation it's coming.
Group, 2, 4, 4, 4.